Crypto billionaires and whales are buying Bitcoin like crazy at the moment because they think Bitcoin will reach 250k until the end of the year. In today's video, I want to highlight 6 reasons why the big shots are going all in at the very moment and why Bitcoin really could hit the 250k. But before we dive right into it, please smash the like button, leave a follow so you always stay up to date. The number one reason coins are pumping is FOMO, and in Bitcoin's case it's nothing else because the Wall Street has massive FOMO. The institutions are coming for your Bitcoin. BlackRock's Bitcoin Spot ETF is the most successful ETF of all time. This is a real game changer for Bitcoin because when you look at the numbers, Bitcoin supply is limited to 21 million coins and the Wall Street already holds 1.25 million coins in their spot ETFs. And the Wall Street is not stopping buying and big institutions are coming for your Bitcoin. Michael Saylor, the big Bitcoin maxi, already bought more than 500,000 Bitcoins for nearly $36 billion, which gives him a price per Bitcoin of around $67,000, which is cheap, which is really cheap because Michael Saylor's price predictions per Bitcoin for 2045 are in the bear case. In the worst case that can happen for Bitcoin, $3 million per Bitcoin. In the base case, we see Bitcoin at $13 million, and in the bull case, we see Bitcoin at $39 million. So in my opinion, the $3 million is very realistic. So I can understand why he's acquiring so much Bitcoin. We also have price predictions from other experts like Tom Lee from Fundstrats. He says that Bitcoin could hit 250k at the end of the year if the spot ETFs keep on growing, and I really believe the institutional FOMO will hit in 2025. But let me know in the comments if you believe institutions could pump Bitcoin to 250k. Reason number 2 is fear of missing out from nations, for example, the United States, which are actively building their strategic Bitcoin reserve. We already have the strategic reserve confirmed in the United States of America. So why is Bitcoin not pumping yet? Because the strategic reserve is built on confiscated Bitcoin. So the United States is not buying any new Bitcoin at the very moment, but they will. They are already making plans for buying new Bitcoin. And the time for buying new Bitcoin is short for the United States, which Bo Hines, the executive director of digital assets, is already saying we need to accumulate Bitcoin as much as we can, as quickly as possible before it becomes more expensive. So the United States is looking actively for ways to acquire more Bitcoin, and they will acquire more Bitcoin. They're planning to acquire 1 million in Bitcoins. For example, they are thinking about buying Bitcoins with some of the revenue from the new tariffs from Donald Trump. Another plan from Senator Loomis is sell gold and buy Bitcoin with that money. So sell hard gold and buy digital gold, which is also a very nice plan for us Bitcoin holders. And the Congress is also supporting Loomis' plan to acquire 1 million Bitcoins. So it could become really crazy times. So I hope you already hold enough Bitcoin in your wallets. Senator Loomis also says that Bitcoin is a store of value that helps the government solve problems and preserve the US dollar as the world reserve currency. And I think in volatile times like these days, it would really help the US dollar because it is losing in value because the trust all over the globe is sinking. But also in Europe, there is countries that are also thinking about building their own strategic reserve since the EU is not doing anything positive for Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. Some countries are thinking about going their own way, like the Czech Republic or Sweden, which I really think would be a good thing for any country. And already more than 20 countries are thinking about building their own strategic Bitcoin reserve. I am building my own strategic reserve since 2016. Let me know in the comments, since when are you buying Bitcoin? Reason number 3 is the 4-year Bitcoin cycle theory. Every 4 years we have a halving in Bitcoin, which means Bitcoin becomes more deflationary. So we we nearly get every 4 years a little supply shock. And as you can see, for example, in this chart, we are going right to 200K in fall, which is also confirmed by Plan B and many other companies. Plan B's target for 2025 is a target between 250K and 1 million. So the 250K is very realistic in my opinion. And also we are in the middle of a deep Bitcoin season. As you can see here, we are in the middle of the Bitcoin season. Bitcoin dominance is at a 4 years high. Bitcoin dominance is at 69% of total cryptocurrency market cap, which is really crazy numbers. So you might ask, is it still a good time to buy Bitcoin, or are we already too late? And if we have a little look at the rainbow chart, the rainbow chart says Bitcoin is basically for free at the moment. It's a sale. You have to buy Bitcoin. You have to accumulate Bitcoin. You have to stock up on Bitcoin, because Bitcoin will go parabolic if you're in it or not. Reason number 4 is Bitcoin as a safe haven. In turbulent times, assets like gold are hitting one all-time high after the other, which is no surprise to me. And you know what? Gold is scarce. Money, paper money, fiat money is infinite, but Bitcoin is even more scarce. Bitcoin has a fixed supply of 21 million coins, and Bitcoin will fly past gold, says for example Anthony Pompliano, another expert. As you can see, when gold wins, Bitcoin wins. Money always flows from gold into Bitcoin every time. That's the same, because since Bitcoin is launched, Bitcoin has outperformed gold and the S&P 500 nearly every year since inception. So I, for myself, know which asset I want to hold in my portfolio. But let me know in the comments, are you more into digital gold or physical gold? Reason number 5 is whales is accumulating like crazy. If you look at this chart, for example, you can see the 1 year change in total whale holdings of Bitcoin. And you can see it really reached a new all-time high. So whales are stocking up on Bitcoin. So it's no surprise to me that whales like Charles Hoskins, the founder of Cardano, says that Bitcoin will reach 250K by the end of the year. Also, we have here Brad Garlinghouse, CEO of Ripple, who's saying Bitcoin could reach 200K. And also Arthur Hayes predicts Bitcoin could hit the 250K by end of the year. So I don't know if these guys talk to each other, but they might for sure know where Bitcoin is going. So let me know, what do you think? Will Bitcoin reach 250K at the end of the year? One thing is for sure, never sell your Bitcoin, just buy your Bitcoin, accumulate your Bitcoin, DCA your Bitcoin and put it in your wallet and don't sell it. You will not be able to sell the top and buy the bottom. So just hodl. Otherwise, you might end up like this guy who sold his Bitcoin at $14 a coin because he was tired of waiting. I know hodling is not always easy. There are highs, there are lows, but you will reach the goal if you just hodl on. I'm hodling since 2016, so trust me in this one. Reason number 6, Bitcoin is coming to DeFi. Everybody is looking for ways to make money on top of its Bitcoin holdings. So in DeFi, we will see really nice things in this year. There is already building a lot of stuff. I have a lot of strategies in mind I can already build on the Bitcoin network, and I for sure will share them with you if you're interested, because there is also some new ways on, for example, Cardano to stake your Bitcoin. It could really become interesting. What do you think? Will Bitcoin hit 250K at the end of the year, or are we maybe in for a correction? Drop it in the comments, like the video, share it with your friends, and please subscribe to the channel so you always stay up to date. Stay strong, stay bullish. See you in the next video, guys.